Welcome to According to MJ. So in this video, I want to review the movie Sylvie's Love. This is a movie on Amazon Prime Video. It stars Namdi Asamoah, I may have screwed that up, and Tessa Thompson. And Tessa is Sylvie and Namdi plays Robert. I really enjoyed this film. It felt like a true love story. I noticed with Black cinema, in my opinion, a lot of the films that are supposed to be romantic in nature are very traumatic. Like the couples experience so much trauma and heartache. But this film, it wasn't like that. So that was very refreshing. So it takes place in the 1950s. First, hold on, let me backtrack. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the film and you want to see the film, watch it before this video. But it takes place in the 1950s in Harlem, New York. And just what stood out to me, I thought it was so awesome that Sylvie's father owned his own business, owning the record store, and her mother owned her own business with, teaching women, young ladies etiquette, proper etiquette. And that's how Robert and Sylvie met, in the record store. Seemed like from that point, like they had this magnetic chemistry, and she kept talking about her fiance and all their exchanges, but their love was just so magnetic. It was meant to be. So I thought that was beautiful. Also, what stood out to me in this film is, thinking about Sylvie's mother. She really wanted her, perhaps both the parents, but I got from the film more so her mother wanted her to, live this certain lifestyle, marry this certain type of man. And Sylvie was in love with Robert. Robert was a musician. He's a very talented, gifted musician, but he wasn't as financially successful as the guy that she married. Now, at the time when she met Robert, her fiance was in Korea, so I know he had to be in the military. But what this made me think about is a lot of times we try to please our parents and please other people and live for them, and not live for herself, because she married this man, even though she really loved Robert. Like, what I thought was odd in the film, okay, Sylvie found out she was pregnant, and instead of telling Robert, hey, I'm pregnant, because he was going on a tour out of the country, instead of telling him I'm pregnant, she did not tell him, and she let him leave without even knowing that she was expecting. And she still ended up marrying this guy. And the guy, I can't remember that character's name. He was not relevant to me, but the way he interacted with her, the way he treated her, it just wasn't as loving or like he cherished her like Robert did. And I thought it was interesting that he married her even though she was pregnant by Robert. So that was kind of interesting. I have a family member that experienced something like that, but you don't hear about that often, a woman getting married while she's pregnant with another man's baby. But what this movie drove, like the main thing for me is like living authentic, like being authentic to yourself and meeting your needs, not living to please your parents or anyone else but yourself. Because if she just lived to please her mother, she would have been in an unfulfilling marriage that didn't seem to be much love. I mean, her husband was very successful, but that loving magnetic chemistry was not there. And she married him to please her parents. So that was the main theme of the movie to me, the main lesson I learned about being authentic and true to you. Like, living full out, as Lisa Nichols likes to say. But it was a really good film. I love the music in the film, like playing Sam Cooke, other artists in the movie from the time. But I just love how they kept it authentic and stayed true to the time period that this movie was based in, like the 50s, 60s. their clothing. I just thought they were so fly, just beautiful people. And even in the end, it just, one thing too, they just really, I don't know about their communication. Like, she was scared to tell him she was pregnant because I guess she didn't want, I'm assuming she didn't want to ruin his dreams, you know, his career being a musician. And then when he came back into her life, they met back up in New York unexpectedly. Like, what a coincidence. And she didn't even tell him he had a daughter. Her father had to tell him that he had a daughter on his deathbed. And that was crazy to me, that she just let this, you know, let him go all these years not knowing this. And, you know, even marrying this other guy when, that's just so crazy to me. But like I said, overall, this was a great film, very entertaining. It kept my attention. I love music, so I thought the music was great that they used. I love love, so I thought this was a good love story, not as traumatic. I mean, I don't really like how she had to get pregnant by him and he leave all these years, you know, these gap in their love. But I know life is a journey, not a destination. So a lot of times we grow and evolve, you know, and that we are imperfect people, but we can grow and evolve and come back together if, you know, we do want to work at that, having a successful relationship. What else would I like to say about it? Like I said, just in general, it was a really good movie. So if you haven't seen it and you love romantic films, take a look at it. If you want to see a romantic film, specifically a Black romance that's not traumatic, like Baby Boy, all those other movies like that, definitely give this a look. It is on Amazon Prime Video. A fun fact about this guy, I didn't know this is that Namdi. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's Kerry Washington's husband. I did not know that until I Googled him, and he was an NFL player. So that was a cool, fun fact or information to learn about him. I thought he's a really good actor. I thought he did very well. I just love their chemistry in the film. I love love. It's like the highest frequency. It's the most beautiful thing. And to just see a successful love story based on Black characters, it touched my heart. I love love. So that's my take on this film. I would love to hear from you. So in the comments, let me know what you thought of this movie, the pros and cons, your takeaways from the movie. Like I mentioned, my main takeaway was that live for yourself. Be authentic and true to you. You can't live for your parents. You can't live for your friends. Whoever expectation, you must meet your own. And so you can live a life that's happy and full of love and joy and prosperity, all that good stuff. But you must be true to yourself. So that's my take on it. I thank you for watching this video. Please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. And until the next video, later. Thanks for watching.